Okay. So we're gonna watch this bird's eye view, so you can like see everyone's positioning relative to everyone else. And so we're a little bit behind, whatever, it's fine. You go with Arzaria, which is great actually, because Moira's with the Rhine. That's a good choice. Like, your choice here is great. And then here's where you fuck up.
The objective is now...
And here's why this is a mistake. Actually, let's stay bird's eye view. So you walk straight through open space to the point. There's a lot of wrong with this. One is, as you're going here, you're exposed. They have an Ashe, they have an Ana. The Tracer could see you and blink on you to one-clip you. Like, I get that these are silver players and they whiff a ton of shots and they're also not paying attention. But, like, if all three of them look at you and left-click at the same time, you just die. And even silver players might do it occasionally, yeah? Die less. Ouch. Brutal. Anyway. So this pathing here was a problem, yeah? You expose yourself to a whole lot of enemy fire that, like, it doesn't kill you in this case, but, like, it very easily could have, or could have forced you to have to use lamp early just to live, or whatever. Why don't you get to the point with the team? So, you don't need to be here. This guy does, yeah? You need to keep this guy and her up and alive. So, the better play here. Remember, you have your boots, yeah? Your boots are for taking high ground, super easy. So, we're over here, we're with Arzaria, it's great. A+, yeah? Right choice, because Moira is with your Rhine. Rhine doesn't need you, Zarya does. But then, we jump up here, and we take this high ground where the Tracer can't do shit to us, and where we can help our Rhine, help our tanks, shoot the people that are outside a point. If anyone does come for us, they don't have any dive, but like you don't necessarily know that the first time you roll out. If it turns out they have somebody that can dive you up here, you drop this side, yeah, to these stairs where you can come underneath, still help your team, and you charge your boots, and you jump right back up. And that jukes the dive. If you don't want to fuck with this Ashe, that's legit, yeah? So you could either try to position to the side here like this, where the Ashe can't do shit to you, and you're still doing whatever and shooting this Tracer and helping your team. Or, that's when you would drop to here anyway, and you just play in here anyway, yeah? You could also just have crossed straight through here, and that's safer, but given how, like, the rest of your team was crossing through open space, you want to be able to see them and help them out, and that's why I would suggest taking the high ground instead, even if you immediately give it up because you don't want to have to duel the Ashe, yeah? You help your team, not by being with them, but by being split from them in a variety of ways. This is like, show point, right? I didn't even think, yeah. There's another advantage to this. In a way, you're bait, yeah? Every hero in the game, every player should, in a way, think of themselves as bait, or at least, like, the opportunity to be bait if it presents itself. So what I mean by that is if you're here, and this asshole Lucio decides he wants to kill the BAP, or not the BAP, sorry. Let me give a better example. If you're in here, and Orisa is just spraying into this point at your Rhine, she might hit you, she's going to hit your Torb. Like, because you guys are grouped up, her just random spray into this just hits you, yeah? She can look in one direction, she sees everyone, she doesn't have to worry about anything coming from the side. If you are split from them, this is an extreme example. I'm not saying that you should do this on BAP. This is just to, like, make it super obvious, yeah? If you're over here playing on top of these flowers, shooting this Orisa, she has a choice. She can ignore you and just get shot for free while she tries to deal with your team, or she can turn away from your team entirely to shoot you. if you are split from them, yeah, they can't, like, if they want to deal with you, if they want to shoot you, which is a risk, being split, like, is a certain amount of risk, but it means you take pressure off of your team for them to get you. And so long as you play around cover, you're ready with your boots to, like, juke dive, stuff like that, BAP can actually be just a royal pain in the ass to kill. So you being split, but ready for them to come for you, is a power move, yeah? There is risk, but super powerful. I have a clip of our hog baiting the entire enemy team, but they all die. Let me see if I have it. Into it. Cool. I've seen BAPs do that. Yep. And, like, you want to live first and foremost, yeah? So, like, if they're coming for you hard, like, if there's 2 or 3 people jumping on you, maybe you do have to run back to the safety of your team, yeah? But that's fine, yeah? Just don't start there. Make them chase you here, yeah? At least make them spend the time and the effort to make you move, rather than, like, letting them herd you in here for free, yeah? Okay. Oh, and then the last thing about this, just to, like, point out one other problem with you coming to the point. And we're going to pop into your view so you can really see this. I apologize, this might be painful, but, like, I want you to see the panic here. I want you to see just how difficult it is to track everything that's going on. Like, I feel your confusion. You're being shot from every direction, yeah? You don't know what the fuck is going on. Eventually, like, you're in the corner, which is kind of good. But now we're just shooting the ground. We're shooting, trying to heal a purple torb, like... It's hard. And the thing is, you could have handled this situation a little bit better once you were here, it's true. But also, this would have been hard as shit for anyone. Yeah? There is no just this is easy. Yeah? The 4-6 BAP in this room would have done better than you, but it would have been hard as shit for them, and they would not have liked it. They would not have wanted to be here. Because you see how confusing it is, yeah? You turn this way, and then you're getting shot that way, so you turn to deal with that, and then you're getting shot here, so you have to move and run, and then you're getting shot again, so you have to move and run. Ah! It's so hard. It was really up? Yeah. And then the last thing I'm going to say about this, and the part about this where, like, once everything has gone to shit, and we're here, yeah? The part of this that could have been cleaner, that would have been nicer, is you actually should have prioritized your damage output. And you can almost think of it as raw numbers. If you land a grenade direct on a single teammate, it does 70 healing. If you land body shots into anyone, it does 74. A little less into armor, but, like, it's more damage. Plus the potential for headshot. So when things are super messy and weird, and I get that, especially in silver, you'll get flamed for this. And I also get that, like, as a silver gold player, maybe your aim's shaky sometimes. The only way it's going to get better is by practicing, is by shooting more. So, like, that's just more reason for you to DPS more, because your aim will get better and it'll get more effective as you do it. But, like, when things are messy like this, you gotta prioritize damage. I'm not saying don't heal, but it's like, you're trying to kill things, and as you can, you're flicking some nades into people, but you're trying to fucking frag, yeah? When everything goes to shit, that's your carry play, is BAP can actually kill things, yeah? As being really overconfident, bad habit from other games that are more chaotic. It happens. Shit happens. Okay. That was the first fight. Let's see how it goes from here. Oh, alright, we're on Brig. My aim isn't normally too bad, 2k hours in planet side. I just don't have my sense trained in yet. I usually get a program to convert my sense from that to this. Yeah, it just takes time. Okay. This is the most annoying thing about this hero. Oh my god, I hate it. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Okay. Let's actually slow this way down. So first off, your shield has these stupid cutouts. Yeah? Second, if you are walking, especially if you're side strafing, your feet will stick out around the edge of your shield. And you'll die to this, you'll die to Diva Bomb, stuff like that. You'll get shattered, etc. Additionally, right now you're looking slightly down, which is good, but if you look level, your shield is level with the bottom of your feet. So if you're looking up at all, it will get below your shield. So if you want to block, shatter, Diva Bomb, Pulse Bomb, etc., you have to get your... Oh, and final thing. Unlike Ryan's shield, which is instant deploy, your shield has a cast time. It takes 0.1 seconds to deploy. So, and it won't block anything until it is fully deployed. So if you want to block something, you have to stop walking, look right at it, like center it on your crosshair, like look down at it, center the Diva Bomb at your crosshair, whatever. If it's a shatter, you got to look down, but stop walking and look down and get your shield up a little bit early because it does deploy. Right, is not instant? It's supposed to be. Unless they changed something and I missed it. Those cutouts don't have shield? Nope. Those cutouts do not have a hitbox. Her shield kinda sucks ass, yeah? It's real easy to get your feet in particular because of those cutouts. So, like, don't side strafe. Stop walking. Turn and look at it, yeah? Blizzard, please. For sure. Yeah. So, like, that's unfortunate. You tried to block it. Yeah? If there were any justice in the world, that would have blocked the Pulse Bomb. Like, I can't even blame you for that. But now you know for next time.
Here it comes.
Not a hum Monday.
I'm under fire. Feel better soon.
Good, boop.
See ya. I need to clean up.
Get that Tracer. Yeah. She's still there. Dang. Okay. Just started Overwatch 2 and watching the stream and I blue screened. Oh no! So,
Practice makes perfect.
Brig?
Not to mention some bumps and
So,
bruises.
philosophy. Because Brig is super misunderstood at lower elo. And people, like, think that Brig sucks in lower elo, and it's not that the hero needs some sort of, like, high-level coordination to be good sort of thing. It's not that. It's purely that she's misunderstood, and if you start playing her right, she's fucking broken in low elo just like she is in high. So, what I mean by that is Brig is a bodyguard. Your playstyle is to protect individual teammates, usually just one of them, and two, to shut down enemy dives and plays, to deny what they're trying to do. And those are your plays, yeah? There's more to it once you get to, like, Masters and up, but until we're, like, pushing mid-Masters, I wouldn't stress about it. Like, the two things to really prioritize and focus on are who am I protecting and who am I denying. And then do those two things the entire fucking game. Yeah? If you don't let this Tracer play the game, then anything else you do is bonus value. Like, and never mind that while you're doing it, your team's getting your healing from your aura, you can always throw out a pack, etc. So, watch Regalia for tips and tricks. Yeah, Regalia is real smart. So, like, normally you would be protecting your other support or a DPS, yeah? So, Moira doesn't need your help. Torb doesn't need your help. Junkrat, it's a little bit hard for you to protect, but arguably he kind of needs it more than you. You can't really help Monkey other than to throw a pack at him. Rhine, you would probably be looking to brawl with Rhine a lot in this comp, but Otherwise, maybe hanging out with your Junkrat if you can. It depends on how he's playing. But mostly, this guy and this guy. Wherever they're going, you go there. Yeah? Fuck what your team is doing, yeah? You help them from wherever you're at, and you are at wherever these two are going. And you just don't let them play the game to the absolute best of your ability, yeah? Aw, we could have packed that, but I think we were a little AFK coming out of spawn.
Shield holding.
Feeling better?
Bästa så.
Yeah. So, here's where things get a little bit hard and weird, right? Because you want to push with your Rhine, because he's pushing straight to point, no matter what the fuck is going on back here. Like, he didn't even turn around to see where you all are. No one is ready to push with him, and he's Wing in, yeah? And that sucks. You splitting, though, with him, you can't keep him up. All you can do is die with him, especially when we run him like that. So what you do is instead you help end this fight faster, so all of you can join the Rhine faster. By splitting, this fight back here takes longer, which means the two of you die, and then the rest of your team dies. Your Rhine might still die anyway, but then at least the Brig is up with everyone else, and you guys have probably killed the Tracer who was diving you. The Ashe is dead already. You might be able to push this anyway. Especially with your monkey still up, yeah? It sucks that your Rhine is splitting. If he's in comms, you can yell, Rhine, wait. But maybe you can toss a pack at him as he goes. But you gotta end this fight first, yeah?
Bästa så.
Oh, and then finally, when you're pushing to point, you have your shield, so you can cross with your shield this way. You can also, instead of coming straight through like this, and peeking all that damage, bash, flick with your shield up in case you didn't bash all the way across. Boom. Use your bash to cross open space. It's totally fine. Come over here. Boom. And now we're packing, we're swinging, we're hitting whip shots, whatever. And we're outside the point where we have cover. And here's the thing. If you swing or hit a whip shot right here, your Moira gets Inspire, your Monkey gets Inspire, and your Torb, and your Junkrat all get Inspire. Because Inspire, it's a... In case you didn't know, it's a cast and not a channel. And what I mean by that is when you hit something in the moment of impact, anyone in your LOS within 20 meters gets Inspire. If you then leave their LOS, they still have Inspire. If you proc Inspire out of their LOS and then you enter it, they do not get your Inspire. Yeah? It only hits when you proc it, yeah? So we would be playing out here, where we can get everyone in our Inspire. We have cover where no one can do shit to us. We can, like, contest the two people that we're trying to contest while our Monkey is fighting on point. Maybe we could even shut down this Lucio. If anyone dives our back line, we can always bash back and help this Junkrat while he's ulting, whatever. Like, this gives you lots of options, yeah? Did I check the clip? I didn't. I'll do it after this VOD. Yeah. Comms are scary. Comms are scary. I was worried about going there due to Lucio boop. So you can block the Lucio boop.
My barrier's about to go.
He also, like, if you're touching this wall, this is the thing. You touch this wall, yeah? If you're going to peek the corner, peek with your shield, or know where the Lucio is. But if you're touching this wall, he can't really get an angle to boop you off. Also, if you get... I mean, he kind of can if he wall rides up above you and looks straight down and gets the angle just right, but A, you'll see him coming, and B, I don't really trust the Silver Lucio to do that, and C, once you have your bash back, you can bash back on, etc. Like, you got a lot of options, but also I wouldn't worry too much about the Lucio, considering he was, like, all the way over here. Did you have shield bash? I want to see something.
I'm under attack.
You didn't. Dang. So... the risks of playing here. As we just saw, yeah? We really gotta wait. I mean... I think you did wait, actually. I just want to see. No, you didn't. Let your Rhine actually walk in before you go, yeah? You tried to walk in with him. Let him walk in, you walk in behind him. To avoid shit like that, yeah? Also, try to... We're marking the ball. And if we're going to be in a risky area like this, we also need to mark the Lucio, because those are the people who can boop us. We're already marking the ball. Know where they are and track their cooldowns. That's a little bit harder, but like, if you see the ball use hook, it's 5 seconds before you can hook again. So you have time then to peek, land a whip shot, do whatever. If you see where the Lucio is, if he comes for you and he fucks up the boop, you just kill him. You can absolutely roll a Lucio if he gets close enough to boop you. Yeah. This is... Okay, ball. This is... It's not that this is risk-free. It's that this is a calculated risk, yeah? Okay, but our team gets the flip. Cool. And we got rally.
No.
Ooh. And we got some orbs floating in space. Ooh, good boop.
Feeling better?
So, breaking that if you can is great, but you didn't need to die here. Yeah? And also you had rally, so I probably would have popped rally to help you walk in to do this. Or, option 2, you pop rally and you wait on point with your team and make them push past the bongo and push onto the point, or wait out the bongo. Yeah? If you break LOS, they can't do anything. All you have to do is hide from damage. I tried to kill the... Yeah. Now, killing bongo is great if you can. But it's not worth dying for if you can live, yeah? Good boop. Yeah. You're tunneled on the Orisa, but the Tracer is the biggest threat, yeah? Because Tracer can kill people.
I'm on fire.
That was good, though. That was well played. Yeah? I especially liked you playing in this corner here. Yeah? It's Brig's biggest strength is playing positions like this, yeah? Because they have to push around you, and they can't do shit to you until they do, yeah? You're a melee hero. You're a brawl hero. forcing them to have to push into you before they can shoot you is a power move, yeah? You're making them play into your strengths and completely denying your weaknesses, which is people at range. Especially nice since I can still proc Inspire and hide right after it. Yep.
You'll feel better soon.
Brig gets a lot of value out of just existing, because you can always throw out another pack if you live long enough. You always get another chance to proc Inspire, etc.
Patching you up.
So, we're waiting for the ball. We know the ball is coming, yeah? So we wait here, and as soon as he rolls in, bash, boop. He used his hook to get that speed. So if we bash him and then boop him off, down he goes. This ball should be dead every time he tries to touch this point because he keeps hooking onto the point. So if you're here, it's a free kill. You're telling people to pull back the point?
See ya. I've been working on that.
That poor Lucio. I've been that Lucio. You knew a Reaper had ult and didn't want them to die. Cool. If you're tracking ults like that, also look to cancel them. So like if the Reaper comes on you, be ready to bash that, and that's a huge carry play for you. Like, don't forget that you can cancel ults. I wasn't even going to talk about it because I feel like tracking ults is a little bit higher level, but if you're already doing that, then that's just another nice little thing to keep in your pocket. Hoping to bash it? Yeah. Yeah, look for those. Reacting to things is hard. Looking for things that you know are coming is so much easier. Love shutting them down? Yeah. Always track Reaper? Good. That's a great habit. Yeah. Ults that you can cancel, the more of them you're tracking, the better. Yeah. I wouldn't tunnel on it too much. I would be putting your brain power towards your positioning right now, but like, by all means, take those opportunities. So like, this is really, really important. This is like a micro thing, but it's really important. When ball slams, he's gonna hit his adaptive shields. He gets an amount of shields based on the number of people within his LOS. Your shield and Ryan's shield and Monkey Bubble and etc. block that. So do not let ball slam you. Put your shield down, and you not only block the slam damage from yourself, you deny him that little bit of extra shield. Yeah. One of the biggest takeaways from this game, though, is just understand that this Tracer is your job. Yeah? And when I say that, I want to be really clear here that that doesn't mean you fight her to the death, necessarily. Yeah? If you're going to lose the fight, don't lose the fight. But don't forget about her, don't ignore her either. Start playing closer to your team, asking for help, or whatever it is you got to do to live. Living is the most important thing by far, but underneath living is denying this Tracer and denying this ball to the absolute utmost of your abilities. You just don't let them play. Just fight her to get her to leave. Yep, you don't have to chase her down, you just have to shut her down, yeah? And that's your job. Your job is live forever, never ever die, and shut down as much as you can. Throw out packs, try to keep your team in your aura so they get, or like, in your LOS so they get Inspire. Nice try. I think you should pretty much always go for those. The whip-shotting the ball before he slams, because you can fuck him up and deny him the slam damage on your team. Dang. You tried to block that, but I think you got caught by the deploy time there. Like, I saw one frame of her shield start to go up, but you just didn't have time to deploy it before the slam hit.
That wasn't the plan.
I can 1v1 Rhine, I just really misplayed that. So you can only 1v1 the Rhine if the Rhine horribly misplays it. And you shouldn't try to 1v1 him, but if you can, like, swing through his shield so he has to back up, or whip shot him away from your team so he can't swing on people, that's nice. Also, fun fact, if you did not know, your mine, or enemy mines, proc Inspire. If you swing through this mine, it gets your Inspire going. Yeah? You know that? Alright, cool, cool, cool. Oh. Yeah. We're just playing a little bit too aggressive. Like, that was a great kill on the Lucio, but we're already down a bunch of people. And this is the big, like, misconception about Brig is she's a tank support. She should be on the front line. And she's not. Once upon a time, that was the vision for Brig, yeah? Originally, when she had 250 health and a 600 HP heal, or shield, and did even more self-healing when she swung, back in the early days of Brig, she was designed to live on the front line. They have nerfed all of those aspects of her while keeping all of the bits that make her broken in the game. It makes me so sad, because I actually love the idea of a frontline support. I think that's cool as shit. I think that's fun. And that's the part that they removed from her play. She's just not that anymore. So much fun to yeah. And so, like, that's one of the big, like, consistent mistakes I'm seeing you make with Brig is you're up front, yeah? You're in the fight. You're trying to get in there and fight rather than chilling behind your team and watching them. There's a... This is like philosophy, yeah? Like how you should think about your role. And main support. So like Brig, Lucio, Mercy, especially. Those main supports. I want you to think about not the enemy team and what you're going to do to them. Other than like, if you have particular people to mark and shut down, by all means. But your default playstyle is watch your team, see what your team is doing, and react to them, and help them trying to do whatever the fuck it is they're trying to do. Yeah? Even if it's weird, if you see this Reaper, like, going off to make a play, maybe you just come with him. Fuck it. Yeah? Help him out. Then he gets your self-heal on top of his own, or he gets your heal on top of his own, and the two of you can just shut people down. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying, like, that is what you should be doing on Brig, is flanking with your Reaper. But more this idea of react to your teammates, not to the enemy. Yeah? And help them. You are a main support. You support them. Play back a bit more and not... Yeah, yeah. And so, basically... And here's the thing. So, I talked earlier about how, like, playing around a corner like this is strong as shit. Yeah? So it's not necessarily play back. It's very specifically play where you can see your team. So if that's forward, but around a corner like this where you can just safely look at them, that can be really fucking strong. Maybe you aren't safe to be that far up. Like, I wouldn't feel safe to be that far up right now. There's too many of them, yeah? And not enough of your team. So maybe we would be back and playing back and just throwing a pack or a whip shot or whatever. So, like, but it could be back. I'm just saying it's not necessarily back. Play safe. Exactly. Big brain moment. Brig gets a lot of shit because she's mechanically pretty simple. Yeah? Whip shot's the closest thing she has to a skill shot, and it's not even all that hard. But she is probably one of the biggest brain heroes in the game. Your matchups, you have so many difficult matchups, like how to outplay a Tracer, how to outplay a Wrecking Ball, how to outplay a Doomfist, how to outplay a fucking Lucio, how to outplay a Genji. Like, you have to know all of this shit. But I digress. Let's watch you actually play the game. It's a good thing to have heroes that are easy mechanics with big brain. I agree. I think the problem is, and why she's so hated at high elo, is once you get above about 4-2 or so, everyone knows all of this, yeah? And the big differentiating factor above 4-2 or maybe 4-4 is no longer brain, mostly, and it's mostly mechanics. So if there are... Everyone is as smart as you, but somebody else had to grind their aim for 10,000 hours, and you didn't, I kind of get why they're bitter. But that just doesn't apply until those really high levels. And below that, aim can beat brain, or brain can beat aim. Like, either one. So, the timing on the rally was good, except you should have bashed the Rhine pin. Yeah? That was a really good habit to get into. You don't always have to do it. And, like, there are times where bashing the Rhine is just going to get you killed because it drops you to the ground too. But in a time like that, you're kind of around this corner, you're pretty safe, and there are people behind you that might get hit with that pin. And if you just bash him, he drops in front of your whole team, no one dies, and your team kills him anyway. Yeah? Oh, was it on cooldown? It might have been on cooldown. If it was, then I apologize. It had 1 second. Okay. Yeah. So, just like with that, like, you're doing some good shit here. You're getting work done. And I'm not trying to, like, take that away from you. But just look at how hard and confusing it is being in the middle like this. Like, just like with BAP. Versus, if we just hug this wall and hit our whip shots and swing, or we play inside here, or inside here, and then we can see what's going on. We have cover from whatever angles we're not looking at. And just, your life gets so much easier. It just gets so much more chill. Even if it's a more aggro position up here, so much more chill. So, like, they have to play into you. You can see what's going on. You're a little bit cut off here, but, like, fuck it. It's OT and your team's all in. So, like, you might as well be, like... A little bit less good. Yeah. Yeah, you tried. At that point, it all kind of went to shit. You might have been able to back out and live and keep this going a little bit longer, but you probably would have died anyway. I'm gonna talk about that briefly, just like with the caveat that I understand it probably wouldn't have worked in this instance, but it's still just a good habit to try to live. Like, it's OT if they cap the point, yeah? So, instead of continuing to fight and hoping we can miraculously clutch it back, leave the point and live. And in fact, let them cap it if you have to. Because this takes 3 seconds to tick down, and then you touch it, and you get 3 seconds again. And then you back up and you live, and maybe you move over here and then you touch it. And you throw out a whip shot if a teammate, or a pack if a teammate's touching, and you let them touch, and etc. And you just kind of keep this going. You guys were down so many, like, I don't know that it would have worked. But it might have actually, just because you're playing against silver players, they might not have actually come to chase you down. They might have left you here for way too long. Yeah. I'm not saying this is necessarily you, but this is like a common problem with tons of Brigs, is Brigs, like mid-masters on down, tend to tunnel a little bit on getting their Inspire up. They're like, oh my god, I'm not doing anything if I don't have my Inspire going. Yeah? And you start to panic the longer it's going without you managing to land a whip shot or hit somebody. Yeah? And no matter how good you get, there's gonna be games where you miss 6 whip shots in a row. It's just gonna happen, and it sucks. And you cannot. You have to resist the urge to take a risk to try to get close and swing. Sometimes, like I said, you can just take a forward position and brawl and swing, and that's great. But if you don't feel like you will live, if you don't know in your heart that you can survive this, you probably shouldn't, and you should prioritize living instead. Yeah? I don't want to turn you into a coward. Yeah? Feel free to take risks, and I think it's great for you to take risks. Just learn from them. Yeah? Be like, okay, that risk was too much. Maybe I'll dial it back a bit. I just lived for 10 minutes straight. Maybe I can, like, try taking some more risks, etc. But the big thing to understand is your Inspire is only 15 heals a sec. 15 heals per second. Yeah? For a total of 90 over 6 seconds. Your pack does 55 a second for 2 seconds for a total of 110. It heals for more and faster. Your Inspire is good. It's great. It gets your, it soaks up tons of chip damage. It really helps your team a lot. It builds your rally super fast, and rally's a great ultimate. So I'm not saying you don't want to get it up. But it is never, ever worth dying for. Yeah? If you want to take some risks because you're learning, I highly encourage that. But, like, understand that if you die, that the risk was probably too big, yeah? Okay. I had no intentions of living there. I was stalling until my team got back.
Allow me to repair the damage.
Packing goods, Briggs would use their flail to trigger Inspire and then bash out to safety, but you can only go for like one swing these days. Yep. Yep.
Ready for battle.
No, this is like a little bit soapboxy, but like for my money, the direction I wish they had gone with for Brig. I wish that she had 250 HP again. Or sorry, 200 HP and 50 shield. Yeah? Her shield was 350 HP and was slightly bigger, especially on the bottom. She still has Whip Shot, which still boops people away. Bash doesn't cancel. It's just a movement ability. No more Repair Pack at all. Just completely remove Repair Pack, yeah? You might have to up her Inspire heals a little bit to compensate. I'm not sure. That I feel like is a playtesting thing to like maybe retune her Inspire heals both for herself and for her team. But Repair Pack is the thing that makes her broken. Because she can just chill in the back doing nothing and throw another Repair Pack. And it's huge heals. Yeah? At a super high elo, well, not even super high. Like mid-masters on up, you gotta be doing more than that. Like, I don't want to oversimplify the hero for you. But I do want you to understand how strong it is just to survive. Just to live a little bit longer on her is huge. Single best change you can make is just living more, yeah? And the funny thing is, your overall Inspire uptime will probably go up, even though you'll feel like you're proccing it way less often, because you live longer. All those times that you die, had to respawn, walk back to the fight, etc., that's gone now. And that's all opportunity to get your Inspire back up again. Yeah, Brig has an overkitting problem. Yeah, exactly. She was designed to be a frontline support, and I love that. I honestly think that's what makes this game so great, is you have shit like that. People, they're like, what if a support was a tank? What if a support was a sniper who shot her own team? Have you ever seen a game like that? I haven't. It's so fucking... Like, Ana. The existence of Ana was one of the things that drew me into this game. Even though I had god-awful bad aim when I first started, just the idea of a sniper support was so cool to me. Yeah? At its best when it's wacky and weird. Exactly. So, like, let her be a frontline support. I love that. And she needs to be tankier to do that. But, and like, you know what? I don't even hate the idea of Brig being the raid boss that's a nightmare to kill. I actually think that's fine. I think it is funny. It's fun to have a support that you either have to kill last or you have to get some teamwork in to fucking kill this fucking asshole. I think that's great. So long as she can't do like 50 other things also. Yeah? If her healing is just kind of a chill output and she has to be aggressive and she has to be taking risks, even if then it doesn't matter that she's hard to kill because she's constantly putting herself in positions where if you work together or if you try, you can do it. Yeah? Aw, thanks so much for the Prime sub, Dance Fanatic. I'd so play that version of Brig. That's what change she really needs for Overwatch 2 also, just because, like, the game is too fast and you don't have as much lane control. I'm not going to go too deep into that. I just think it's... You know what? We're going to watch that one more time. That was... I love that. Is Rally being changed? I missed that. So, beautiful. But now we got perfect right here. You turning to deal with the flanker that's walking onto your backline. Your job, yeah. People coming from the sides and from behind. That's you. Your tanks, they're looking at the enemy front line. They're looking forward. So, like, you seeing what's going on over here doesn't make any difference. But you controlling the shit that they can't see, huge. Yeah? So, great. So far, so good. But so as we're dueling this guy, you started to come around here, which I thought was great, because you can just peek, swing, etc. But then you start, like, walking into him, and once you walk forward, now you have distance you have to travel in any direction to get to cover. And that is exactly when the Doomfist comes in, and that's why shit got weird and difficult. So if we were back here, or hell, just playing this pillar, this pillar's great. We can bash into the room, force them to come try to get us in the room, or just keep running around this pillar, etc. Or maybe we come to here, and we start playing a little bit forward here. But this idea of just always be shoulder checking a wall, yeah? Like, physically touching it, like, hold A into this fucking corner, like, as tight to it as you can get, and be disciplined about that, like, check yourself. I want you to, like, feel physically uncomfortable anytime you're in open space, because then, like, everyone gets sucked into the fight. Everyone's like, oh, fuck this Reaper, I'm gonna fight this Reaper. And then you walk forward and you go, oh, shit. Ah! Because you just instinctively feel uncomfortable because you're not touching a wall. Yeah? Should I hold that fence? Yeah, I mean, the fence was great. This is great. Up here is great. The big takeaway is be shoulder checking a wall at all times, yeah? It'll save you from so much random bullshit that you don't see coming. And then, like, the Doomfist holding shield into him while he's charging the punch while your bash is off cooldown. Unfortunate. I don't know that you really could have gotten away from him here. Because he, like, knocked you in. Yeah. The only thing you... Oh, okay, Doomfist. At least... that happened for some reason. But anyway, the only way you could have maybe escaped this, and it is dubious. This is the exception. You see Doomfish charging up a punch to you, stop touching the wall, and that's when you walk into open space. Yeah, this is a little bit of nuance there, yeah? Because maybe you thread the needle and you don't hit a wall. And if you don't impact into the wall, you probably live. Yeah? So a little bit of nuance. There are times where you might want to choose to walk away from a wall. That being one of them. Boom, boom. Cool.
Locking down the objective.
I just like playing right because I just like losing.
Need healing.
Fixing you up.
This will protect us. Need healing.
So I want to talk about that real quick. Triple packing does not heal anyone any faster. Yeah? It just heals them for longer. So if you give somebody 3 packs, they get 6 seconds of healing at 55 a second. The reason you don't want to do this in a situation like this, where, like, we're chilling, we can just throw the monkey another pack, is if he dies, you lost all those packs before that time runs out, yeah? Or if Moira comes and heals him up, and then you lose the rest of those packs. If somebody else needs a pack in that time, and you don't have it for them, etc. So you throw him 1, and then 2 seconds later, if he needs another, you throw him another. And then 2 seconds later, if he needs another, you throw him another. And just stack them after each other. An exception to that are things like, if you see your monkey jumping over a wall where he's not going to have any healing from anyone, if you have a Genji that's going in with Blade, etc., maybe then you just throw them all 3 packs, because then they go in deep with 6 seconds of healing while they're using their ultimate, yeah? So Genji just has 55 heals a second while he's blading in the middle of the enemy team. That's pretty great, yeah? And another time you might want to do it is if you're going to pop Rally and walk in and start hard brawling, you might not, like, it gets harder to track everything that's going on with your team, yeah? And plus with, like, Inspire plus Rally Armor, you know, they're pretty good. So pack somebody that's furthest away from you, and give them 3 packs, because they're not going to be getting their Rally Armor if they're, like, off to the side, and then just go brawl. As an example. But otherwise, as a default, throw 1, wait 2 seconds, throw the next. I remember seeing a video where someone healed an Ana with 3 packs and she survived versus one where she didn't. If you find that, I'd be curious what happened, but... Get him. Yeah! You can bash back to your team. Good. Yeah, don't be afraid to use back as a movement ability. It's only a few seconds cooldown. Like 6 seconds. We missed the bash on the hog. Rally, 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 rally. So, you want to rally when one team is going to push hard. If the enemy team beats like that, they're going to push with beat. So you counter the beat with rally, and the beat fades before the rally does, and you guys win the fight. Looks like... actually, I don't know how this fight's going to go. It's looking a little messy, but... and then you would start building your next one, yeah? Yeah. If you had popped your rally, you guys would have won that fight. Like, ranked is a shit show. I can only say that with a certain amount of certainty, but like, with as much certainty as one can devote to a ranked game, you guys would have won that.
Fixing you up.
Yeah. So, I'm not saying that you can't, like, I don't want you to waste your ultimate, yeah? That's not the goal here, because you can waste it, for sure. But, if you are going to misuse your ult, I would rather it's because you used it and realized after the fact that you didn't need it, than you didn't use it and you realize later that you did, yeah? If you're gonna make the mistake, hedge on that side. Hedge towards using it, And then refine from there. Like, oh, okay, I didn't need that. Next time I'm in this situation, I'll know to hold it. Cool. So, the bash was the mistake here. This Cassidy, so he...
My barriers can't take much more.
As soon as you get your shield up, yeah? You block the rest of his fan, and then he has to either reload, which takes a second and a half, or he has to roll. So either way, the second the fan ends, you whip shot him, flick, bash, and bash back into your team here. You got Inspire going, he's out, and you're away, yeah? Use it as an escape. Right now, we're frontlining. Whole team is behind us. Okay.
I've got you in my sights.
Catching you up.
I'm overloading.
So... you can use rally to push in. And sometimes, if your team is just, they're playing cowardly and they won't push, sometimes it might encourage them to push. But in silver and gold, more often, they will just still not push. Yeah? You'll hit rally, and then you'll just run straight ahead of them because it speeds you up, and they'll stay there, twiddling their thumbs, and wait. And then you'll die, and then they'll walk in right after. It's like Lucio amping speed. You'll amp speed, they'll wait 3 seconds for the amp to end, and then they'll walk. Like, every goddamn time. So, you do want to try to get it a little bit early, like a little bit before it's needed so the armor can build up, which is part of the challenge of timing this ult well. But do not make the assumption that your team will push. Wait until they are pushing or the other team is pushing you. Wait until there is some amount of commitment and then hit it for the brawl as everyone brawls together.
I'm taking damage. That's how you do it.
Even when I tell everyone about the puppet in comms, most of the time they... oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, stop bashing in. Stop bashing in. Your bash is a movement ability and escape. And it cancels things that it can cancel. Usually ultimates some abilities, yeah? If you are not canceling something important, use it to move. Because the stun time otherwise does nothing and it only does 5 damage, yeah? It's literally wasted to just bash a player that you're swinging into. Yeah. Now, if they, like, if the hog vapes and you cancel the vape, that's huge, yeah? So, like, I'm not saying never bash an enemy, but, like, cancel things with it, yeah? And otherwise, just use it to live. So, part of your matchups, Brig players, you gotta learn how to play against every other hero in the game, pretty much, yeah? You gotta learn all of them. And one of your monkey matchup, the thing you gotta be looking for at all times, is you want to whip shot his leap. Whip shot's a 4-second cooldown, leap is 6. You can potentially shut down every single dive this guy ever makes ever. That's hard, and I'm not saying, like, you should necessarily expect to succeed, but you should definitely be trying. Like, if you see a monkey in, wait for him to leap, and then whip shot the leap. Yeah? Because then he doesn't get the jump pack damage on whoever he's jumping on. And it's really, really hard for him to kill somebody.
Tactical visor activated.
without the jump pack damage. Okay, and then the last bit of tech I want to talk about with Brig is called shield dancing, yeah? So instead of just swinging and swinging and swinging, I want you to hold right-click down and then click left. Or maybe it's hold both down and you lift your right finger up. Shit, it's been like a month and a half since I've played Brig. So like, one of those two. But the idea is you swing once, right? And it comes from the side here. And as soon as it intersects with whoever you're swinging on, you flash your shield. And then you drop your shield and you swing again. And you cancel the swing rather than letting it swing all the way through. Yes. Swing, shield, swing, shield, swing, shield. And you will do slightly less damage overall, like it slows you down a little bit, but the shield will also just block all kinds of random shit, yeah? You will outplay so much stuff. You can outplay flash, you can outplay all kinds of things with that. Outplay hook, shield dance. Oh, that would be, yeah, sorry. So it's not right click, hold. Yeah, so it's hold both down and you lift right click up and you'll start swinging and then you click right click. And you just start clicking right click while holding left click down. Shield dancing. Better survivability but less damage. Yeah. Brig is not really about her damage output, yeah? She's about all the shit she can shut down while healing everyone at the same time. Which doesn't mean don't brawl and like you can't frag, but sometimes, like right there, you didn't need to keep fighting this guy and be fighting over here. You needed to swing once and then walk around the corner. And then come around, throw a whip shot. Or come around, swing once, come back over here. Be over here swinging at just this Lucio, maybe. Or the Lucio monkey. Alright, I think this is... Yeah, this is over. Okay. We'll play it out, but you're not even going to get back. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Cool. I'll be playing another game after this. I can try that. Cool. Do you have any questions about any of this? If you're playing BAP, just remember boots to take high grounds. With everyone, be shoulder checking a wall. Always be playing cover. Unless you, like, are dodging a Doomfist punch or something silly like that. But, like, otherwise, check yourself. Every time you catch yourself out in open space, be like, oh shit. And go take cover. Every time you die, you got 10 seconds to respawn. And just think about where you were standing for those 10 seconds. And if you could have or should have been somewhere else. Yeah? And I think you're... I see enough about your play that is smart that I think if we fix your positioning and like some of the playstyle choices, like just understanding the job of your hero a little bit better, like that's gold or plat easy. Easy. So you got this all on recording so I can watch it later? Cool, yeah. And if you ever want to drop another VOD, please feel free. I love seeing how people like improve.